Welcome to the PhoneArena video review of the Samsung Sunburst. It's a new low-end touch phone available through AT&T. With a retail price of $69.99, it's one of the more accessible touchscreen phones on the market. However, it's also a pretty low-end device in terms of features. The design is very good, and what we have come to expect from Samsung. It's a very small phone, it fits comfortably in our hands, and the workmanship is top-notch. Premium materials have been used all around. There's a nice chrome trim, a brushed metal feel to the keys, and the back and sides are coated in soft touch plastic. Picking up the phone, you wouldn't think it's such a low-end device. However, the features are a lot more pedestrian than the workmanship. For starters, it's not a 3G phone, and features only Edge connectivity. There's no Wi-Fi on board either, and this makes for a regrettable browsing experience, as you might expect. It's got a 2-megapixel camera, and other than that, everything is pretty pedestrian. However, being an all-touchscreen phone, we do find Samsung's TouchWiz UI, something that's normally reserved for higher-end phones. It's got a pretty large 3-inch 262,000 color display with a 240 by 400 resolution. Again, not too shabby for a more entry-level device. TouchWiz is very familiar. We've got 3 pages from which to work, and of course the sidebar, which some, such as us, like to use as launchers, but you can also put widgets on the home screen with it. The phone is relatively quick. It's not the fastest thing in the market, but especially for TouchWiz and low end, it moves as we would expect. A walk through the menu reveals the basic AT&T apps and functionality, such as the App Center, IM, and email. One of the things we weren't too pleased to see is that the text messaging is not threaded, but instead uses the inbox and outbox that we've seen on older devices. Another disappointment is that the Samsung Sunburst uses the proprietary Samsung 20-pin jack, and there is no separate headset adapter. While most phones these days have moved to micro USB for the charging port, and you at least have a 2.5mm headset jack, the Sunburst remains stuck in the past. Overall, the responsiveness of the phone is pretty good. However, not so much when we get to the keyboard itself. We've got 2 different options, the on-screen T9 keyboard, or, if we rotate the device, the accelerometer kicks in, and you have a full QWERTY keyboard. Let's tap out a quick text message. As you can see, the results weren't too fantastic on here. The results are very similar when using the T9 style keyboard as well. We really feel this device is going to be marketed towards the low-end crowd, namely the teens and early 20s who are getting their first phones on their own. Because of this, we expect it to be a little bit better performing for text messages, and that's one of the places that the Sunburst failed. All in all, though, it is a pretty fun phone to use. It also has a lot of nice features with the TouchWiz UI and the different widgets, such as Facebook and MySpace. However, we feel it's a little bit overpriced at $69.99. We would love to have seen 3G connectivity to bring better features like TV to the larger display.